Alright, so it is day 25 of the video challenge. The topic for today is to give your opinion on 3 topics of your choice. Now, I didn't really know what to talk about, so I made a few posts on Tumblr for today. Before I actually get to the main part of the video, I just want to read what some of the suggestions were. In the first video, I just asked, I need topics to give my opinion on. These are the answers I got. The user I'm Constantly Hormonal gave me the answer strap-ons. Trish said alien abduction and probing. That was after she suggested to me via text that I should talk about how awesome she was. T Swift said your lack of awkwardness, which is not true. I am very awkward. So having those suggestions, I made another post right before I left for work, listing those and asking for more. I got them even better the second time around. My friend Kat says alien probing with a strap-on. Myra said favorite thing about being gay and no, you can't say everything. Alright. Yay, it's Murph says spaghetti, men in kilts, and blow-up dolls. And then Emily said me. So clearly I have awesome and strange followers. So I'll try to hit a few of these. I'll skip some of the really crazy ones. I'll just go through. I'm not going to talk about my lack of awkwardness because obviously I have lots of awkwardness. And Taylor, I'm sorry, but I'm never going to agree with you no matter how many times you tell me I'm not awkward. Strap-ons. I guess we'll start with that one. I personally have never used a strap-on or had one used on me. Not completely opposed to the idea, but I just have never really had the opportunity or the desire to really experiment with one so far. I did one time. I went to Twist with my friend Josh. And we ended up abandoning my friends Ashley and Muzzy in the dance part because they weren't old enough to go to the bar. And we went and got a drink, and we got distracted and ended up talking about every topic under the sun that was related to sex. It was funny because we pretty much had the same exact notes, I should say. Notes is a good word for it. Pretty much had the same notes and techniques for certain things. He also ended up promising me that when it came time for me to want to look for a strap-on, that he, being an expert on them, would go with me and help me pick out a sufficient one. So yeah, that was a fun night. Drunken sex talk with your male best friend-ish kind of thing. So yeah, not against them. Never used one, so I can't really give a strong opinion. Okay, next one. Alien abduction and probing. I don't really know if I believe in alien abduction necessarily. I don't know. I feel like just the people who claim to be abducted by aliens are crazy. Probing, same thing. I feel like if the aliens are smart enough to exist and us not have physical proof of it, that they're probably going to be able to cover up their victims so they don't actually know that they're being probed. So, I don't know. I do believe in aliens, though. I had this experience with my dad a couple years ago at this house, actually. I believe it was summertime. We were out on the back porch just watching, looking up at the stars and stargazing. We saw, you know how you see those, the blinking lights in the sky, like airplanes and such. So we saw a couple of them off in the distance. And all of a sudden, 1 or 2 of them started to move really fast. And, if you're looking at the sky and you see something like an airplane moving, it's generally moving, super, super slow. Because they're covering a lot of distance up there, obviously. These were moving like that. They were going really fast. One of them went back and forth a couple times, and then it just blinked a couple times and then completely disappeared. And another one actually started in the back of the house, and it came around, started to go towards the front. In a matter of seconds, this thing was in front of us to behind us. Super fast. Nothing can travel that quickly, unless it's like was a missile flying above our heads, but then why would it have a light on it? I don't know. So we were convinced that it was some type of flying object. And then we're thoroughly creeped out because there's a good chance that they can probably zoom in on anybody on the ground and see what they're doing. I don't know. It's just a really creepy thought, I feel like. But it kind of not really freaked me out, but it pretty much convinced me in a way that nothing else really could. And I do believe that there's something out there. I don't know what, but you know. So yeah, now you all think I'm crazy. I promise I am, but not because of that. So hopefully I don't lose any followers because you all think I'm nuts. I am not claiming to have been abducted by an alien, though. So I'm not quite at that level of crazy. It's good to know, I guess. So yeah. Alien probing with a strap on. I'm not even going to touch that one, Kat. I don't know why you needed to throw that one on there. That terrifies me. I don't want to be probed by aliens, especially if they're wearing strap-ons. So I'm just going to leave that one alone. My favorite thing about being gay. It's a hard one. I'm gonna avoid the obvious answer, being sex with girls, because I mean, come on, girls are hot. I have to say that probably my favorite thing about being gay, aside, like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I've met some really, really awesome people on Tumblr who are obviously also gay, because that's all the people I talk to. The only part that sucks is that I don't obviously get to see them day to day, but I try to keep semi in touch with some of them, most of them. But probably one of my favorite things is the fact that pretty much all of the people that I've met are very open-minded. You kind of have to be a part of that community because, you know, there's a wide range. Listen to me. There's a wide variety of sexualities and identities, and to be closed-minded to a certain type of person is a little bit hypocritical, especially when you are somebody that doesn't fit the society's norm. So that's probably my favorite thing, is to be on here and to be among other people who are just so accepting of anything and anyone. Because you go out into the real world and, you know, it's not like that. You still get people who are surprised or, like, who don't quite know how to act around it. I actually met this girl at the bar last night. I was there, and there was only a couple of us left. It was me, my friend from work, the bouncer, the bartender, this guy Sterling, and his friend Melissa, who was the one that I was talking to. And I was playing pool, and Dave, my friend, we have a kind of a close relationship. Like, he jokes around with me, like, bites me, and, like, he'll, like, you know, put his arms around me and, like, hug me or, like, just hold on to me. Sometimes when it's busy, he does that to chase the girls away that he wants to leave them alone, which I don't care. It's totally cool. There aren't any cute girls there that are gay, except for this one cute gay girl that has a boyfriend. But yeah, anyway, so I lost my train of thought. So I was talking to her, and she was like, "Oh, are you guys together?" And I was like, "Who, me and Dave?" And I was like, "No, no, we're not." And I was like, I said I like girls, but I don't think she heard me because I walked away. But I was like, Dave mostly uses me to chase off the other, like, the girls that give him unwanted attention. And he was like, yeah, it's even more fun and funny to do it with a lesbian. She's like, "Oh, you're a lesbian? My best friend is a lesbian." And I was like, "Congratulations." Like, why does that I don't understand why that's a relevant thing unless you're trying to set me up with her, which she wasn't because her friend has a girlfriend. But I don't know, I just was like, really? Really? Oh, you're blonde. My friend is blonde. Like, why is that relevant to bring up in a conversation? Like, I don't care that your best friend is gay. I mean, obviously, whatever, it's cool that she's out, but that you don't need to bring that up when I'm telling you that I'm gay. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. I don't think that made sense to anybody, but if it did, awesome. So yeah. I'm going to move on from this topic because I'm rambling and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So, spaghetti. I am Italian, so I love anything Italian. I could eat spaghetti 7 days a week and I would be completely fine. Most people make fun of me, Trish included, because growing up in my family, every Sunday we have sauce. But now when I say sauce, I mean like pasta with sauce on it. It's kind of included and assumed when you say sauce that you're not going to be eating sauce out of the pot by itself, you're going to eat it with pasta. But that's just what my family has always called it. Like on Sundays, every Sunday, we eat sauce with pasta, but that part is implied. So Trish likes to make fun of me. So like, oh, no sauce this weekend, we had ham. And she was like, ha ha ha, sauce. I've had that happen with a couple other people too. They think it's really weird that I explain it to them. I also say certain things the Italian way, and it confuses people. Like, for example, mozzarella. Growing up my whole life, in my family, it's been mozzarella. Ricotta cheese, like the, cottage type cheese. My family, it's regatta. That's just what I've always called it, and I say that and get funny looks from all of my friends, but so the point of this story was I love spaghetti, and all Italian foods, pizza, the typical, random stuff, broccoli ab. It's like a weird, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost similar to like collard greens, but it's got a little bit of like a tang to it. It's like in the spinachy family. That's really good. The one thing I don't like is olives. I feel like that makes me a bad Italian because my whole family eats them like they're candy, and I just could do without it, honestly. I don't really like the taste of them, but whatever. Men in kilts. I don't really like skirts myself, so if the men want to wear skirts, listen to me. I need to not make these videos at 11 to 12 at night because clearly I'm a little loopy. But if the men want to wear skirts and kilts, more power to them because I sure as hell am not going to wear them. So I don't really have an opinion. I feel like it's a little bit strange to see it nowadays in America since it's not, traditional for people born and raised in America to wear them. But I don't know. Kilts are cool, and if you want to wear them, go for it. Just don't try to. And my computer fell asleep. That's awesome. So yeah. Blow up dolls. I don't really have much of an opinion on blow up dolls either. I did go. Alright, we were at in Dixon City, me, Gabby, and Ashley, and we decided to go to the porn store. That's what I call it, like the sex shop, whatever. And we were walking around, and they have some pretty creative blow-up dolls, and we saw some anime blow-up dolls, and it was really weird, because it was a big blow-up doll, and then the anime character wasn't as big as the blow-up doll, it was smaller than the blow-up doll, and then the actual hole was in empty space below her legs, I think. It was either there or it was up on her stomach. It was in a really weird spot anatomically to the person. So yeah, they have really, really weird things. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong in my memory because my memory sucks, but I'm pretty sure that they had one that was basically just a big blow-up vagina. And I don't know. That's probably, I'm assuming that that's what you meant when you said blow up dolls. Penises freak me out. Whatever guys need to do to get themselves off, that's fine. Just keep it away from me. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. Not my thing. But more power to you if that's what you are into. So yeah. And Emily, my opinion on you is that you are awesome. We don't talk as much as we should, though, and that upsets me, but I work a lot, and you exist somewhere else. I don't know. It's hard to keep in touch with people who live in other states, I feel like. I text a lot, though. I really should text you. Maybe I'll text you after I'm done making this video. But I'm very excited because Emily and I are going to see Tegan and Sara in New York City on the 21st. She got us tickets to the 10 p.m. showing. It's a screening of their DVD, Get Along, and then afterwards they're doing a Q&A. So I'm really stoked because I am going to be there. And I'll get to see Emily again because I haven't seen her since Pride. And yeah, I'm not excited to drive into the city though. That's kind of a pain in the ass. But I will deal with it all for Tegan and Sara. So yeah. I did actually come up with one topic that I was going to discuss myself before I asked for suggestions. This video is running really long, so hopefully you guys have stuck with it. If not, I don't really blame you. But I was going to talk about texting because it's something that has been frustrating me lately. Now I'm a pretty good texter. I pretty much will text you back right away unless I'm either distracted by Tumblr, in the shower, or at work. Otherwise my phone's always right here. It's always within like my reach. I text a lot. I have unlimited texting. What I don't get is the people that, alright, I get if you text me back a few hours later because you could be busy, you could be sleeping, you could just not want anything to do with your phone. But to just not, like the people that will just not text you back at all, like, and they'll text you like a week later and pretend that you never texted them, and that really pisses me off. I can't deal with that. Something that I've gone through recently where just somebody just not, or they'll text you back like twice and you're trying to start a conversation and they'll just stop texting you, just stop replying. And I get that, you know, you're not always maybe in the mood to talk, but for it to be every time you text that same person makes you feel like they don't want to talk to you, which sucks. And I know how that feels, so I generally try to text people back as soon as I get it. Trish can attest to the fact that sometimes it'll take me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I get very easily distracted, and when I'm actually home and I have nothing to do, I will catch up on my TV shows for the week. So like today I was watching Once Upon a Time, and I think I went like a half hour without texting her back, and I was like, oh, I forgot that the world existed. I should check my phone. So, yeah. I actually stopped talking to one of my friends for a while because I was so pissed at her. We were supposed to hang out, and she apparently couldn't find the time to text me to let me know that she couldn't make it because her sister came in from out of state, which I completely get. Family comes first, whatever. But she didn't have time to text me. That was her excuse. But yet she had time to talk to her boyfriend on the phone, tell him that her sister surprised her, tell him that she wasn't going to be able to make our plans, and then have the nerve to tell him to text me and ask me if I would still take him to the GameStop or whatever to trade in his games. Like, alright, but you had time to have this long conversation with your boyfriend, but you couldn't send a text to me? How long does it take to type out a text message? 30 seconds? Like, obviously you had service or you wouldn't have been able to talk on the phone. So, why couldn't you text me? And we stopped talking for a month because I was so pissed and she just didn't understand why I was upset about that. Like, common courtesy, if you can't make it, that's fine, I understand, but at least have the decency to tell me yourself. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my opinion on texting, I guess. It's not really much of an opinion, it's more of a rant. But I hope that I didn't completely bore all of you because I managed to make another 20-minute video. But on the bright side, I only have like 5 more days left, so you'll only have to deal with me until this is over. And then you guys can go back to doing what you do and ignoring me if you want to or whatever. But for those of you who actually watch all of my videos, I know there's a couple of you that have said that they watch my videos every day. Thank you. It means a lot to me. You can comment on the video. Feel free to let me know what you think, if I rambled on too long or if you hate the sound of my voice. I don't know. But, you know, it's nice to get feedback and to hear from you guys. So I'm going to end this video because I have talked so much that my voice is starting to get a little bleh. So I'm going to end this and go make some tea. And I will see you guys tomorrow for whatever the topic is then.